Welcome to Photoshop. This is the first video to show you how to begin your Photoshop graphic design project. And I'm going to start off with showing you around the Photoshop screen. Let's start with the toolbox on the left-hand side. Some of your toolboxes may look like this, and some of them may be elongated. If yours is short, I want you to hit this double arrow at the top once, and I want you to elongate your toolbox. This helps find your tools a lot simpler. The next thing I want you to do is locate the gradient tool right here. And I want you to change it okay, by the way, if you scroll over any of these items, it will tell you the name of the tool without clicking on them. If you click on the little arrow to the bottom right corner, if you right click it, you can find the paint bucket tool and left click the paint bucket tool. We do not need the gradient for this project, but we will need the paint bucket a lot. All right, now that's selected. I'm just going to go over here and hit the quick select tool, to get out of there. Over to the right hand side, you will find the layers button. I would love for you to open that up by clicking it once. And you'll notice that your image now is showing up as a layer. Can you please right click and hit duplicate layer? And it will be called the background copy. Just hit OK. Now we have two layers working. I only want you to work on one layer, not the actual image, because in case you mess something completely up, you can always delete the whole thing and start fresh with the background. So this is how your layer screen should look. The blue should be on the background copy, and then you can hit the double arrows and close it up. This project is taking you from an image, a photograph of something. I chose the ram skull that has a lot of values in it, going from light to dark, and changing those areas by coloring over them with 5 different colors. Of course, I don't want you to choose all 5 right now. I want you to start with just one color, and I'm going to start with my highlight color, which is going to be a yellow. You can choose any very light color you want for your lightest color. I just like yellow. If you look to the left at the bottom of your toolbar, you will see these little squares of white and black. These are your colors that you're working with. So for example, the square on the top is white, and that would be the color that I would start using if I chose my paintbrush tool or my fill bucket tool and started clicking on the picture. So let's show you fill bucket, and I'll just start clicking on the picture. Now, do you see how I'm filling everything in with white? Well, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to use my short keys, Control-Alt-Z, and hit them. That's the undo button, and I'm going to keep doing that until it all deletes itself. I don't like that white. That's not going to be my highlight color. So I'm going to double click this white square, and the color picker window is showing up now. You can see right here that my current color is white, and I can change this color by using this little circle and clicking on the window to the left. Anywhere I go, it changes the color up here. Now, like I said, I wanted to choose yellow, so I'm going to bring this bar up to the yellow range. And then I'm going to click over here and choose a yellow that I really like. I want it more intense yellow, like that. So now my new color is this intense yellow. I'm going to hit OK. And if you look down to the left-hand side, it has changed my color from white to yellow. So now when I select the paint bucket tool, I can come over and now start clicking in the areas that are really light on the horn to fill in with the yellow. Easy as that. If I don't like one area that I clicked on, if I clicked on it by accident, let's talk maybe one of these darker areas. Oops, I didn't want to do that. I hit Control-Alt-Z, that hits undo, and I'm back to where I began. At the bottom of your toolbox above the color, you will have your zoom tool. It's your magnifying glass. If you click on that and click on it on your picture, you see I am zooming in on my skull. This may be easier to work with if your skull is, or your image is closer zoomed in. Now I'm going to use my paint bucket again, and I'm going to go back to continuing to fill in my color. Just in the lightest areas of the skull is where I want this yellow to live. This is all you are going to be doing until all of the highlight colors are filled in. If I really zoom in using that magnifying glass, you'll notice that there, and I'll use the pointer for this, there are a lot of little squares that I missed with the fill bucket and a lot of off-white colors that I missed. To get those, all I like to do is use the paintbrush. So if you come to your toolbox and you click on your paintbrush, you may have to go to the top and change the diameter. If your diameter is right in the middle, look how big it is. Oh my goodness. So if I start using this paintbrush, whoa, it's way too big. So Control-Alt-Z, undo. So come up here, pull down the window, and change the meter diameter. I've been using 3 as my number. And then you can click on your image to get rid of it, that box, and you can start to color in. Now, if you can't really see the changes, there we go, get over that real dark area. If you can't see the changes, it might be because your paintbrush needs to be changed to right here where it says opacity. Change it to 100%. And then if you go down here to where it says hardness, that means how soft the edges are on your brush. You may want to turn that up too. I like to keep mine in the 80% range, 90% range, just so it's not too strong of an edge as I work. And this could take you a very long time and drive you insane. You may not want to do this step until you're done filling in all the colors on top of your photograph anyway. All right, now let's talk about a second color. Well, we want to work our way from lightest to darkest. So now I'm going to choose a color that is slightly darker than this yellow and is going to be in the range of, oh, let's say orange. So we go back to your color swatch, double click yellow again, and now I'm going to change this. I'm going to pull this down so I'm now in the orange range. Oh, and I really like this light orange color. So let me oh, that looks a little muddy. All right, that one is a good one. So there's a difference between the yellow and the orange. You can see it. I'm going to hit OK, and now my color has changed to this light orange. I'm going to hit my fill bucket tool, and now I'm going to go through to the values that are slightly darker than the lightest values and start filling in with this light orange. If you don't like the color that you choose, ooh, I don't like that. So Control-Alt-Z goes back. And I can keep hitting Control-Alt-Z till all of those oranges are away completely. Double click my orange swatch and change it if I don't like it. And actually, I think I want to make mine a little darker. But if I do that on this window, it looks dirty. So maybe I can pull this bar down and change the color of orange. There we go. So it's still a true orange. I'm going to hit OK. Now let's see how that looks. I like that a little bit better. So now I'm going to go through and I'm going to fill in all my secondary values. Maybe that was too much right there. There we go. And it does help if you zoom out. So if you hit your magnifying glass and you go to the top, you can hit fit screen and it will show you your actual whole picture. And that does help a lot. So you can see it from a distance. Let's say that I've been working with this medium tone for a while and I forgot a couple spots with my highlight color. I'm going to show you the magic, sorry, it's not magic. It's the eyedrop tool, which is right here, eyedropper tool. If you click on the eyedropper tool and right at the tip of the eyedropper, if you point it on a color like this yellow and click on it once, it actually magically changes. Now, there's the magic. It magically changes that top color on your color swatch back to the original color. Then I can go back to my fill bucket tool and I can start clicking the areas that I missed with that yellow. To go back to that light orange, eyedropper tool, click on the orange. Now I pick that orange back up again and I can go back to my fill bucket. So you're going to be going back and forth a lot. Oh, I didn't like that. Control Alt Z. You're going to be going back and forth a lot with your magic. Sorry, I keep saying magic because there's a magic wand tool right here, which is a quick selection tool, but that's not what this is. I'm going to do Control Alt Z and get rid of that. This process with the highlight and the second darkest color is going to take a while, so have fun with it, and I'll show you some more tricks of the trade tomorrow.